13. Come on, 13, where are you? Oh, there we are, right in the middle. What's this then? Oh, so soft. Instant moisture boost. What do you do with that then? Night cream and a moisture hit. Oh, okay. Morning and happy Vlogmas day 13? It's 13, isn't it? Yeah, so I've just arrived at work again and got a really busy morning this morning because I'm in clinic all morning. And yeah, so catch up with you later. Hi everybody. So I'm back from work and I'm exhausted. It's been a really busy day today. Lots going on and I've been the only manager in, so it's been very tiring. Anyway, I'm sitting down now. I've put the heating on, sorted the fire out because it's absolutely freezing, and yeah, I've got my coffee. In fact, I'll just show you. I've got a lovely warm cup of coffee, and what I thought I would do is just go through some of your comments from the last couple of days because I've not had chance, excuse me, I've not had the opportunity yet to reply to your comments from my vlog the night before last and last night, so I thought I'd just have a look at some of those now. So Jenny Larkin, Jenny, thank you for your lovely comments. You've mentioned about practicing and about having a 1/4 inch foot. This goes back to the escapade I had the other night with trying to put a star block together, and yeah, definitely bit off more than I could chew. I do have a 1/4 inch foot. Well, I'm saying I've got a 1/4 inch foot. My machine is a Pfaff Creative 4.5, and the foot that I've actually been using as a top stitching foot, when I've looked in the manual, it says it's a 1/4 inch foot, and it is because I've checked the distance between the needle and the dimensions on the foot, if that makes sense, and it is a 1/4 inch foot. However, I have actually just bought off Amazon a 1/4 inch foot for it that's got like a guide on it, so I'm hoping that that might help. So thank you for that as well. And a few people have made comments around making sure that it is an exact square. I did actually notice when I was cutting out some of the pieces the other night that the grain was maybe a little bit off, and I can see how just the tiniest little threads that are slightly out of line can make a massive difference. So yeah, so that's some great advice there, so thank you, Jenny. Marianne Pastouche has recommended that I have a look at the Missouri Star Quilt shop because they've got some tutorials. Thank you, Marianne. I'll have a look at that. Let's have a look. Ruth has commented about Bonnie Hunter. Has got some great quilt cams on piecing, so I'll have a look at that. Thank you, Ruth. Cecile, bless you, Cecile. You've said my star block wasn't a fail. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, thank you, Cecile, for those lovely warm words of encouragement, and I will keep going. But yeah, I'm definitely going to start with something a little bit simpler, I think. What else? Marsha, is it Dimmond? Sorry if I've pronounced your surname wrong, Marsha. Couple of things. Check the size of my cut pieces. Make sure my seam allowance is correct. The edge of your pressure foot is not a 1/4 inch. No, I didn't use a pressure foot. I did use a top stitching foot and I'd measured that before I stitched it. So, but I think I still was probably out. Let's have a look. Who else has? Megan Stein has told me to practice. I will, Megan. Absolutely. Sally Dingle. Hi, Sally. Congratulating me on 3,000 subscribers. Thank you, Sally. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Macaroni cheese is gorgeous. You really must try that recipe. It's really lovely. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Julie Sewaholic, you've mentioned the Missouri Quilt Company as well. I will have a look at some of their tutorials. Tigressa, always giving me some fab encouragement. Thank you for your comments, Tigressa. Let's have a look. Teresa Castillo, I love your comment. Teresa has said, there's not enough money in this world to pay me to make another quilt. I tried it once, never again. It's just not for me. I cannot wrap my brain around it. Do you know, Teresa, I so feel you at the minute, but I think I am the type of person that when I set myself a challenge, I just won't let it defeat me. So I know that I will not let this defeat me. And one day I will be showing you on this channel a star block that is absolutely perfect. And it will be within the next year, I'm determined. Mary McNally has said, did you pre-shrink all of your fabrics first? No, Mary, I haven't. I did read some information that said that you shouldn't wash quilting cottons when you're putting a quilt together. You shouldn't wash your fabrics before you sew them. Opposite to dressmaking, I wash everything before I sew clothes, but fabrics for quilting, I read that you don't pre-wash them and you wash the finished quilt, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I didn't. But one thing a few people have mentioned, including Mary, is about pressing, and yeah, I think I skipped that step. I didn't press the fabric before I cut it out. So that was obviously a really good tip that I will make sure I do that next time. Lynn has mentioned about my tree skirt. Thank you, Lynn, for your lovely comments. Yeah, lots of people give me some fantastic advice on the quilting, so I really, really appreciate all your comments, and I will check out some of those tutorials that you've mentioned. I think I just need to do a lot more reading. So yeah, so thank you everybody for your comments from that. Last night, let's have a look at my comments from my vlog last night. So yeah, everybody's loving that faux fur. I'm really pleased, you know, my cat loves it. He's been sleeping under there all day, and there's a big sort of patch where he's been, and he was going under there quite a lot last night, so he's taken a shine to the faux fur tree skirt. Yeah, so, and Sarah May, she's mentioned doing my masters as well. Yeah, it's tough. I've got quite an easy module at the minute, to be perfectly honest, but next term after Christmas I'm doing a research module, which is going to be tough going, I think, so especially because I'm starting a new job as well. So yeah, I don't do things by halves, do I? Yeah, let's have a look. Jenny Larkin. Jenny again has mentioned about my enormous tree. It is very, very big, Jenny. Very big. Few people enjoying the sweater that I made. Yeah, I kept it on all last night, to be honest. And even when I went to bed, I didn't want to take it off. Yeah, that's great. Hazel has said she loves my sweater and my boots. Thank you, Hazel. I still haven't tried the boots on, actually, so I'm going to have to try those on tonight. Myra Lorraine, in love with the faux fur. Thank you, Myra. Yeah, I'm really pleased how it finishes the tree off. Let's have a look. What else? Few people are giving me some comments on what to do with the other metre of faux fur that I've got left. Few people have mentioned a gilet. That's a good idea. I'd have to line it with something nice, I think, because it's not really thick. It's quite thin, but that's probably a good thing. So yes, I'd have to have a think about that, but that's a good idea. KK Kanashiro has said animal prints are now considered a basic for any wardrobe. I think you must be right, KK. Let's have a look. Yeah, Alex from Gingerhead & Co mentioned it made her giggle that I find it hard to buy shoes, because she does too, but she's a size 3. Gosh, Alex, I can't remember when my feet were a size 3. I think I must have been about 6 years old the last time my feet were that small. Glad you're enjoying my Vlogmas though. Let's have a look. Janice Coulson. Janice has told us a good story about the faux fur. Reminds her of when her daughter did her first Christmas at school, and she had to be a toy in the school play, and she wanted to be a white rabbit. So Janice, you made her a rabbit outfit out of faux fur, and she never took it off her back for a year. That's quite cool. I can't imagine me making a rabbit outfit though, for me. Could you imagine? Yeah, Quilty Gal wants to make the toaster sweater. Yeah, I can imagine that would be something that you wouldn't probably need so much in Australia because it's pretty warm there right now. Let's have a look. Sewing Jenny has said she loves my new boots. Thank you, Jenny. Hope I'm not being too personal if I ask what mascara you use, as your eyelashes are amazing. Right, well, Jenny, I'll let you into a secret. I haven't actually got any mascara on. A couple of weeks ago, I had false eyelashes done. Now, I have had the strip lashes before, and I just didn't like them at all. I had to take them off straight away because I just couldn't get on with them. And for a while now, I've got very fair, naturally very fair eyelashes. And yeah, I normally have to wear mascara every day, and I wanted to have them done as a little bit of a treat to see what I thought. And I went a couple of weeks ago, and it was 2 hours that I was laid there while she put these eyelashes on. And initially, when I first saw them, I thought, yeah, I really like those. And then when I got home and was looking in the mirror, I thought, oh gosh, they look a bit drag queenish. But now, because it's sort of 2 weeks since I had them done, I've got used to them, and I do really like them actually now. I think they look quite natural. So I'm not a big sort of lover of loads of sort of, I don't know, beauty enhancements, I guess. It's not my kind of thing, I guess. But I think a little bit every now and again to boost your self-esteem is not a bad thing, is it? So yeah, so I've had them done, and I'm due to have my infills done in a couple of days, and yeah, I quite like them actually. So don't know how long I'll keep them, but thank you anyway. I'm glad that you think they look good. Ooh, Jane Brettel has mentioned about having the faux fur on my bed. That's a really good idea, Jane. I might think about that actually. I think it would look really good on my bed, so that's an idea. Deborah Barnett has said, how do you fit so much in your evenings? Well, I think, to be honest, it's just because I'm just always active, and I don't like sitting around doing nothing. Having said that, last night after I'd finished editing my video, I did sit down and do some knitting. I'll show that to you a bit later, but yeah, I just like to be, I like to be doing something all the time, so I can't sit still. It's a wonder I aren't sort of like really skinny, because I just can't sit still. I like to be busy. So Jane has also mentioned, actually, sorry, no, Deborah has also mentioned, what weights do I use to hold my patterns down when cutting out? Well, I bought, they're basically curtain weights, that's all they are. I think they cost 25p each, something like that, just from a local haberdashery store. So yeah, they weren't very expensive at all. So I know you can get some really fancy ones, and they're quite expensive, but you know, I think at the end of the day, you just need something practical, don't you, that's going to work. So these work really cheap, and they do the job, so that's what I use. Yeah, so that's it. So anyway, yeah, thank you for all your comments. I really love reading everybody's comments. It's really good. You give me some fantastic ideas and fantastic tips, and some really good motivation and inspiration as well. So thank you for that. So I'm going to finish my coffee, and then we need to look about what we're going to have for dinner tonight. Waiting for husband to come home. Sonny's upstairs on his computer. So it's just me and the cat at the minute. So I'll see you in a little while. Pluto. 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 So I'm back. We've had dinner, and I'm now in my really fluffy reindeer pajamas. So yeah, that's really classy, isn't it? But you know, it's freezing cold, and you know, I'm going for comfort over style right now. Anyway, what I wanted to show you this evening is some knitting that I've been doing. Now, if you remember last week, I knit a cable hat, and I've been wearing it a lot in my vlogs so far while I've been doing Vlogmas, and yeah, absolutely love it. Now, my son, who's 15, really liked it and wanted me to make him a slouchy hat as well. Now, I did think that that particular style possibly wasn't quite suitable for him. So I had a quick look on Ravelry and saw a really nice pattern. I will link to it down below, but it's called Baby It's Cold Outside. Again, it's a slouchy hat, and I'm just playing with it here to untangle it a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, I have been sewing this hat. I've been knitting this hat for the last few days. I started it on Saturday. I bought this wool, which is a Stylecraft yarn again, because that's all my local yarn shop stocks. And this is an Aran weight wool, and I think it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool, but it's actually real squishy and soft. It's quite nice in the charcoal colourway, and so it's washable, which will be perfect for a 15-year-old. And basically the design is, it's got a 1x1 rib at the bottom, and then you carry on the 1x1 rib, and then in between you do 5 purl stitches, so it brings up this sort of like big rib design, if that makes sense. And yeah, as I say, I started this at the weekend. Now it doesn't look like I've got very far, but the reason for that is because obviously I've been at work during the day, during the week, and I've only had evenings, late on an evening, to do any knitting on this. And it's really, really hard knitting with dark wool in an evening in unnatural light. I don't know if any of you guys are knitters and have found that yourself. So although it's a fairly straightforward pattern, the pattern repeat is literally 5 stitches of knit 1, purl 1, and then 5 purl stitches repeated round and round and round and round. But I keep losing my way. I think because it's a simple pattern, I sort of start watching vlogs or watching TV, that kind of thing, and getting my stitches mixed up, and then having to rip back because I'm thinking, oh, I can't see what I've knitted. So yeah, so it's taken me a bit longer than the cable hat did, because obviously I'd got that done in literally 3 nights, I think it was, something like that. So, but I think this will be nice for him. So hopefully, I'm hoping to get this done by Christmas, so that I can wrap it up and put it in his Christmas stocking for him. And I think he'll like that, but I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be quite squishy, so really, really happy with that. Then the other thing is, I was having a little think about quilts after my fiasco the other day, and I want to make my daughter a quilt for her birthday. She's 20 at the end of January, and ever since she was a little girl, she's loved Winnie the Pooh. And I thought that obviously the Christmas quilt pattern that I've got, that I don't even know what I've done with at the minute, I think that's going to be a longer term project, and I think I just need to do a couple of other quilting projects first before I have a go at those star blocks again, and really get used to cutting accurately, sewing the 1/4 inch seams accurately, that kind of thing. So I found this pattern. I've printed it off. Now it's printed off really small, but it's called the Tuscan Cuddle quilt, and it's a free pattern on I think is it Society? I think somebody gave me a link to it actually, and I've printed it off. It's here. Now I'll bring this closer for you to have a look, but it's really small. But I think I'll probably put a pic. I'll probably insert the web page down below so you can have a look. But essentially these are, I think they're 10-inch blocks of squares, as you can see, and rectangles. And I think that's probably, it's got enough interest. I don't just want a sort of symmetrical square blocked quilt, because I'll just be bored stupid sewing that together. I know you probably all say that that would be a good thing to do as a starting point, but I'll just be bored, so I need to do something a bit more interesting. So I thought, this is still squares, so no bias cuts or anything like that, and so but it will still challenge me enough to make sure I get my seams accurate, that kind of thing. So my next plan was to find some fabric. As I say, I want to do a Winnie the Pooh quilt because it's a real sentimental thing for her, is Winnie the Pooh, but I wanted something that was a little bit more grown up. So I did, when I was on Amazon the other night, I'm a bit Amazon mad at the minute, I found this really lovely Winnie the Pooh fabric, and I think it's beautiful. So let me show you. So I bought 1/2 metre of this, and I just think it's gorgeous. It's really nice. I really, really love I love this bit here with Pooh Bear and Eeyore and Tigger all with their arms around each other. I think that's so cute. So yeah, so I got 1/2 metre of this, and I thought I'd get some contrasting cottons. This will obviously be the main big blocks of that quilt, and then some contrasting cottons I thought I'd get in yellow and grey, and I thought that would make a really nice quilt. So I looked at favourite fabrics, and they'd got a bit of an offer on eBay where I think if you got 4 fat quarters, your 4th one was 30% off, something like that. So, and it was free delivery. So I looked at their designs, and they'd got greys and yellows. So I got these 2 grey fat quarters. This one's got like little bows on it, and this one has got random, is it random dots, that kind of thing. And then I got these 2 yellow ones. So this one is a bit like a houndstooth design, sort of. And then this one is like little seeds, I guess. This is bows, is it? Gosh, I can't see without my specs. Anyway, so I thought those colours would be nice, and they do complement this Winnie the Pooh fabric. If I just sort of put those together there. Let me just hang that over my shoulder like that. That's probably better. And then, yeah. What do you think? Do you think those go quite well together? I think they're okay. Yeah, so I like those. So I'm going to have a go at that because I think that will be easier. As I say, her birthday is the end of January. This quilt is something like 45 inches by 60 inches. I can't visualise that. I don't know what size that is. I haven't got any batting or any bias binding for it or anything else yet. I thought, let me just get the face of the quilt done first, and then once I've got that done I can order the batting and the backing fabric and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start with those squares, the blocks. I'm going to do it out of some offcuts of old fabric, obviously cotton, first. I'm going to do that first just to make sure I can get those angles really straight. And yeah, I'm hoping that this will be a little bit easier for me. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, this vlog really has just been a bit of a chatty one tonight. I don't really have much else to tell you. As I say, it's been a really busy day at work, but I have now finished work as such for the next week. I'm on leave next week, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm at uni tomorrow, but I go back to work on Christmas Eve just for the morning. Because the afternoon I'm going to have to drive down to Leicester from Yorkshire to go collect my daughter to bring her home for Christmas Day. So that'll be nice, but probably a bit stressful, Christmas Eve. And then I'm off the rest of Christmas week, and then the following week is my last week in my current job before I start my new one at the surgery. So really, really excited, really apprehensive, nervous, new challenges, all that kind of thing. So I've got lots and lots of time now to plan what I want to do and want to get done before Christmas. I haven't wrapped a single present yet. There's lots and lots of things happening over the next few days, so that's exciting. So yeah, so this one's been a bit of a boring vlog tonight, I'm afraid, but it's nice to have a bit of a chat with you all and to yeah, just read out some of the comments and give you a bit of feedback on that. So I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, and I hope you'll stick with me. Yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye bye.